Hi guys, so in today's video we're going to learn how to convert a decimal to a fraction using two different examples. So let's start with the decimal 0.65. And the first thing we're going to do is make it into a fraction by writing 1 as the denominator. In order to get rid of the decimal point in the numerator, we now have to count the numbers after the decimal point in 0.65, and then we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by a corresponding number. So as you can see by our table to the right, if you have one number after the decimal point, you're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by 10. If you have two numbers after the decimal point, you're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by 100. And if you have three numbers after the decimal point, we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by 1000. So as we can see in 0.65 or 0.65, there are two numbers after the decimal point. So we are then going to multiply the numerator and denominator by 100. And that will give us 65 over 100. So we could leave our fraction like this, but it's always best to simplify it. And to do that, we need to find the greatest common divisor between 65 and 100. And the greatest common divisor of 65 and 100 happens to be 5. So then we're going to divide the numerator and denominator, or 65 and 100, by 5. And once we do that, we get 13 over 20. So therefore, 0.65 as a fraction is 13 over 20. That is our final answer. So for our second example, let's take the decimal 1.625. And just like we did last time, we are going to start by putting it over 1 to make it a fraction. So now we have 1.625 over 1. So our next step is to look at our table to determine what we need to multiply the numerator and denominator by so that we can get rid of that decimal in the numerator. And if we look at 1.625, we can see that there are three numbers after the decimal point, so we are going to multiply the numerator and denominator by 1000. And that will give us 1,625 over 1,000. And again, we could leave it like this, but let's go ahead and simplify it by finding the greatest common divisor between 1,625 and 1,000. So that happens to be 125. So now we're going to divide the numerator and denominator by 125, and that will give us 13 over 8. So 13 over 8 is an improper fraction, and if we wanted to make it into a mixed number, we can do that, and that would give us 1 5/8. So our final answer is 1 5/8. 1.625 as a fraction is 1 5/8. So hopefully this video was helpful and you now know how to convert a decimal into a fraction, and see you next time!